Is the new young mutant nation of Krakoa already set to change irrevocably? Well, let's hop into the pages of X-Men issue number 2 and find out for ourselves, shall we? Alrighty then, so as the comic opens up, we once again check on in with the Summers family, and if that sounds like a setup for a fun 90s era sitcom, well, that's kinda how Hickman writes it. Hey, young time-traveling Cable, hey, Rachel, you wanna go on an adventure with me, your dad, Cyclops? Of course you do. What's the adventure? Well, here's where things start to get interesting and where this book actually starts bringing up a lot of continuity points from all these other new Dawn of X-Men books. You see, another mysterious island has popped up off the course of Krakoa, and because of that, the island is actually moving to go meet it. Naturally, the mutants would like to ask Krakoa what's going on, but they can't. Because the two people who can actually communicate and interact with the island are gone right now, be it Doug Ramsey Cypher, who's gone off into space with the New Mutants, which you would know if you read that new number 1. Then you got Professor X, who came down with a very bad case of, and I'm gonna let Mad TV era Keegan-Michael Key say this one for me.
Shot in the head!
Which of course happened in Benjamin Percy's X-Force last week if you didn't read it, which you should because it was quite enjoyable. Now Rachel, making use of her own psychic powers, does a scan of the island and realizes that there's really not much intelligent life here, mostly beasts. But there's definitely something else here, something different, something close to human and maybe not exactly close to mutant either, it's hard to tell. That thing we meet not too long after, an Aurico Summoner. What the hell is an Aurico Summoner? Well, remember back during House of X when we got the retconned origin for Krakoa as an island, that it used to be part of a great, much larger landmass that encompassed most of the world? But then it got broken up and a piece of it ended up falling into hell and demons popped out, and the only thing that kept the demons at bay was Apocalypse sending in his 4 original horsemen? Well, Aurico is that other island, and the Summoners are seemingly the weird sort of life that's sprung up there over the years. First contact between the mutants and the Summoner is obviously a little difficult because they don't speak the same language. Why they say that the Summoner's language sounds closer to singing than it does our grunts and growls. To try and get this weirdo on their side, young time-traveling Cable wants to offer him up a gift. Obviously, he gives him something that Cable himself would love, a grenade. Oh, that wacky young Cable, will he ever learn tact and decorum? Maybe his father can teach it to him one day, I tell ya. Obviously, after this, the Summoner assumes that he's under attack and then lives up to his name by summoning, and, well, there's really no other way to say this, Lovecraftian horrors. I mean, seriously, look at their names and tell me that these guys don't visit Innsmouth every so often. A huge battle ensues between these two forces, and it's left open-ended as to who actually would have won what at the end of the day. It's Rachel who saves the day by realizing, oh yeah, we all had this brand new mutant language implanted into our minds psychically. Maybe I can do the same thing to Albino Boy over here so he doesn't want to kill us anymore. This does the trick, and Cyclops is able to apologize for his stupid son and once again open up the avenues of negotiation. Mainly, why are you here and what do you want from us? And the answer might just surprise you. The Summoner starts off by asking Cyclops if he's ever been in love, and oh boy, do we not have enough time to open up all that baggage. Because you see, Aurico is indeed in love. The two island masses were not siblings as I had first assumed. Oh no, they were lovers. And now they have finally reunited and come together. And when I say come together, I mean they literally all come together, forming another big super landmass. Jeez, X-Men under Jonathan Hickman is so horny even the islands are getting it on now. Oh, badum-tish. Yeah, and just like that, everyone, the mutant nation of Krakoa just got a whole lot bigger and adopted a bunch of new problems too, all at the same time. Now, what did the Summoner, what exactly does he seem to want, if anything? Well, we check on with him later that night when he has a meeting with Apocalypse. You see, Apocalypse can pretty much smell his own wherever they are and comes to the quick conclusion that, ah yes, you must be a descendant of one of my original horsemen. Who was your mother, child? War, you say? Well then, I guess I have two peoples to save, the Summoners and the mutants as well, as the comic comes to a close. And so that was X-Men number 2, and man alive was that a mishmash of different genres and theming that probably shouldn't have worked together, and yet under Hickman worked together really well. You got Cyclops trying to get closer to his kids in a wonderfully dopey after-school special kind of way. You got Rachel and Cable continually ripping on each other. Hell, they're basically the Bart and Lisa of the X-Men universe at this point. And then you got all the stuff with the Summoner and this other island, which are themselves connected to Otherworld and the forces of hell, which are, forces that the X-Men have battled a lot. And I like that in this new Dawn of X-Men era, oh yeah, we can have X-Men stories in space, we can have them on Earth, we can have them in hell, we can have everything now. It's a buffet. But perhaps my favorite part is just how seamlessly all of the different characters and storylines from all the other books crisscross and intersect. And yeah, if you're reading everything, you're going to feel extra rewarded, but if you're not, they get you up to speed pretty quickly too. Overall, I'd give this one a very positive 8 out of 10. This is another winner for Hickman and the X-Men as a whole.
Hey there everyone, Cape Joel again, and I want to thank you so much for watching to the end of the video. As always, if you liked what you see, be sure to like, subscribe, comment. It really helps drive engagement and helps me out too. Also, if you are a patron, which you can become for as little as $1 a month, you will get exclusive content that no one else can ever see, and you'll get to see the Comic Multiverse podcast before anyone else too. You can check out all this and more down in the description. And until next time everyone, this has been Cape Joel, and I'll see you all next time. Cheers.